Foes.
Welcome, Annie.
I can't possibly
Having
get
a discussion
for that.
How's it going, Annie? Welcome.
He's in a league
I
game
can see
right now.
he's going
Can't
to do
talk.
this, and he's going to insist that from now on, in school, hungry hippos must be a part of sex ed.
Okay, so Shackled City cameras.
Oh my
There's
god, that fucking killed me.
Do you know how many people, Crab, play Uno wrong?
All of them.
Every single
All of
one.
them.
Everyone
That draw
out-
4 card? Oh, man.
Annie, go ahead and turn on your cam and Skype whenever you get a chance. I know you're doing something, but just wherever you're dead, which, I don't know, maybe often, maybe not. It's a really
He's
odd
probably just
rhythm.
brushing up on his
My bad, hold on.
We get it. You can gallop.
Have you watched any more Arrested Development yet?
No, since I started up,
Altered Carbon.
Yeah.
But did you watch
So weird.
Cloverfield Paradox?
I actually
Yes,
haven't
Okay,
yet.
wait,
love
have
us.
no one's
Don't
no
even
one's seen
try.
it?
I haven't
Has
seen
he-
it yet, and everybody keeps telling me that it's such a waste of time.
See,
Everyone's wrong. Fuck them.
Is it good?
It's good. I really liked it.
But you like the other two,
What are you
didn't
talking
you?
about?
I liked 10 Cloverfield Lane. I've only seen bits and pieces of Cloverfield, the original. I haven't actually seen it all the way through, but I plan on doing that soon.
It's a bit of a headache to follow, to be honest.
I feel like that with the first one,
Whatever.
but that's just because of the camera action.
I'll be
But
honest.
I haven't seen the
As
other
much
two.
as I want to love Cloverfield, you have to be in the augmented reality portion of it to get the enjoyment.
What?
I'm also a little confused by this statement.
He's saying you have to keep up with it as. I'm assuming
When
they
it
have
comes to
augmented
Cloverfield,
stuff.
Are you suggesting that you have to believe the narrative in order to enjoy it?
No. There's an augmented reality game
So there-
that goes along with all of the Cloverfield franchise. Where
Oh, you're talking about the
websites
it's an narrative,
and so
yeah.
forth that go ahead and give you hints and
I don't know, man.
Easter eggs about the series, the story itself. Otherwise, it just seems so
Lackluster.
disconnected.
I disagree.
okay.
I think that they stand well on their own. At least 10 Cloverfield Lane and Cloverfield Paradox do.
Well, the thing of it is, like 10 Cloverfield Lane, I thought completely stood on its own. I didn't know it was part of the Cloverfield paradigm. Cloverfield thing. Until somebody finally turned around and said, "Oh no, dude, that's part of the Cloverfield universe."
Yeah, no, I knew it was part of the universe going in, but, like, it definitely does stand on its own. You can go see the movie without
I
having
don't-
any knowledge of the
I don't really know
franchise.
how you can't know that it's part of the Cloverfield universe, considering at the end there's fucking enormous flying monsters and shit.
Yeah, spoilers for anyone that hasn't seen it yet.
Oh fuck.
Oh God! No, it's not all about John Goodman. I promise. Even though he was really the saving grace of that entire movie, he plays a
Our saving grace,
fantastic.
he was that movie.
He was the whole. No,
He
you're
was
right.
fantastic.
Plays the whole movie. I mean, how long has that movie even been out?
Came out in
3 years?
2015.
So yeah, 3
Yeah,
years.
coming up on 3 years. I think it came out in 2015. Let me look.
It
You're talking about
definitely-
10, right?
It definitely goes ahead and
Yeah.
passes over that 3 month.
March 11th.
My personal
2016.
rule: after 3 months, I'm free to talk about any movie that came
Who's this?
So it's almost 2 years old.
Hey, Exploding Dice, what's going on, man? How you doing, bud? Thank you so much for the host. I appreciate that, buddy.
Hey, Panic.
Am I allowed to be heated yet?
Yeah, be heated.
Okay. Hey, Annie.
That's a
Fix your
good way to
face.
start.
It's a good face.
Okay,
It's
the cameras
turning more into him.
the cameras
every fucking-
are up.
They are-
Feel free. Vent.
They are, like, real close. It's kind of disturbing, I gotta be honest. Okay, so, venting.
It's the more handsome version.
I don't know why this, like, occurred to me over this
If this
past
is,
week
if
and a
this
half
is
or
a
so.
war of the handlebar mustaches, I am tromping your ass.
For now. He's catching up quick.
Yeah, but you also got like 22 years on my ass.
There is that as well.
But only on his ass.
Yeah, the rest of
Only-
him pretty much caught up.
Look,
you
he
should
put,
put
a,
yours
he
like-
put a lot of
I got
miles
frequent
on that
flyer
ass.
miles to Canada.
Sniper, you should
Saggy
show
and
him.
wrinkled,
You
man.
should show him the mustache, like your handlebars on your ass. Actually, let him catch up to that. Your short and curlies are clearly trumping him.
No, trust me. Trust me, he's way behind.
It's actually
You-
not
you
on my
don't even
ass. It's
know.
actually on the front.
And he actually has the
so
full
it looks
meat
like
on
I have a
the
really
back.
long nose.
No, mine are my ass.
Deia's just got a rug on her ass. She's got that Wookiee ass though.
When you sit
Oh.
down and you're not wearing much, it's gotta be comfortable.
Oh, no.
It's gonna look like I'm sitting on the carpet at all times.
Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about how
Is
cold
that
it
a
is
cat
outside.
rug?
So Will, let's hear it. I want to hear the venting. Hit me with it.
Okay, so like I don't know why this occurred to me over the past week and a half or so, but I've been noticing it like a lot more recently. I've been thinking about it. I guess it's because I started a new job where I have to drive like an hour to and from work every day. Not every day, but 3 days a week. Anyway, not really the point. So like you guys have probably seen those bumper stickers, right? Where it's like it's an oval and it's white with black text on it. Usually it'll be like there's one that's like 32.6 for the marathon runners,
Sure.
or whatever it is, 26 point whatever. I don't remember the exact mileage, but yeah, whatever the distance is for a marathon. There's also a 0.01 for people that, and then it says I don't run underneath it. I'm so mad that took off as a trend. That
The
people,
I don't run.
no, just the bumper sticker in general. Because like, there's graphic designers who spend 6, 7, 8 years in school learning to make like cool designs and things that attract
then
the eye. They learn about the concepts, like how certain lines can draw your eye to certain parts of the image, how logos are
But
used.
it's-
to
but it's
utilize
the-
efficiency. But it's a
The
white
black and white.
with a black border and black text, black bold impact font text that sells millions. And I guarantee you, the guy that came up with that design is a fucking millionaire now, and it pisses me off.
You don't see it would
Well,
be worse if
say
that guy
what you
wasn't a
want.
graphic designer. He was
Say
just,
what
he
you
was
want.
like, yeah, I can make these.
But look at that kerning, man. Look at that kerning.
No, the kerning's terrible. All of it's terrible.
It's bad.
The entire thing should just be thrown away. But, you know, it's not my decision to be made.
I think bumper stickers are a lot more common in the States than they are in Canada.
They're
Because, I mean,
You
aside
gotta put
from,
them on your
like,
tractors.
To be totally
aside
fair,
from the
driving
little
is far more
families.
common in the States than it is in Canada.
Yeah, it's probably
Because
pretty true.
I found out
considering-
how much it costs for your insurance, and
Yeah.
every other Canadian, I almost called them Canadians.
Canuckian.
Yes, every other
Canadian
that I've met, they don't drive at
it's
all.
It's better not to drive. Like it's million times less expensive to take the bus everywhere you go.
assuming you're in a metropolitan area.
I mean, I'm not.
Or in the outskirts.
It takes me like,
Or
if I
better
take the
yet,
bus,
you
it
just
takes
go
me
ahead
2.5
and do
hours
like
to get to school.
Jesus.
that, or you just do
That's
like
crazy.
any and grab yourself a passing moose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
He
we
just
never
hooks
pet-
on an antler and
Don't have to worry about it.
rides.
I don't know.
Hey,
Yeah,
art
I can just
podcasting
ride
so much.
my pet moose to school. I don't need to hook on to one of the wild ones. It's okay.
So, you're angry because they exist, or because I guess I missed that.
Someone got rich off of them.
Yeah, because
He's
like,
angry because his graphic artist internals died a little when that sold.
yeah, and like there's a bunch of knockoffs now. I don't know where it originated from, but I'm gonna link in chat here for people who haven't seen it. This is what it looks like. This is the amount of effort. It would take me fucking 3 minutes.
I think I already
to make that. By the way, Prophet, kerning means the space between characters in a word. It's a graphic design term that you can adjust based on how you want your font to look.
And you're right, the kerning on that does suck. The
It's
right
terrible.
zero is a little closer.
You know what's the best?
just-
Is,
Awful.
the best part about it is that as you scroll down, you see all of the people giving it 5 stars.
So funny. I don't
somebody
run. Have
fucking
this.
made millions on this idea. That 3 minutes, and you can change the text out for
You could do it. You could do it in
anything.
MS Paint.
You know who uses it? Fucking Disney uses it for their annual pass holders. If you ever seen the A with the Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse ears and the P on the other side, that's annual pass holders. They all get one of those. Disney bought those in mass.
Or they just bought the rights
Come
to
on.
them. Imagine if. Oh god.
Ugh.
Man, I know that you just started doing this driving thing, and it probably butters your biscuit. But as a way to sort of get back down to earth. I'm gonna pass this to you. You take it if you will, but you gotta pick your battles, bro.
No, I'm gonna die on every single hill.
Life is not that bad.
Look, man, I gotta have something to think about all the time, right?
You know what?
Like, something's gotta be turning that brain, otherwise I just go into zone out mode and I might just drift on the highway, so...
You have to have a focused hate.
I generally find that I don't like people, like, if I meet someone who is an avid bumper stickerer, they go out of their way to put bumper stickers on their vehicle, I'm like, we're just not going to be friends. In fact, I'm going to remove the warning label from everything in my life and let the natural cause of events just kind of take hold and slowly let you slip away into oblivion.
There's only ever been one bumper sticker that I've ever seen that I wanted, and it was a little Solaire just going like, "Praise the sun," and I was like, dude, I could put that on my back window and be cool. I ordered it. I was like, this will be the only bumper sticker I ever use. Turns out I sent it to my address from 15-ish years ago.
Did they thank you for it?
I hope so. I hope they're dark.
Bumper stickers are human warning tags. It's true. It's like the caustic toxicity warning, and really, it's like it's a way for me to warn myself not to speak to them, so I can blow up on them vehemently. So,
I'll admit, sometime in the future, when Darwin's Law finally comes in and we start deciding to nix people due to low IQ, bumper stickers are going to be a big indicator. Like, you're just going to walk up and down the neighborhood and be like, "Oh, see that bumper sticker? Yep, we need to go ahead and talk."
It's going to be like neon signs that point down at their car. Like,
yep, some supporter. Oh, we got to talk to him.
Okay. All right. That's a horse of a different ball game. And while I don't particularly support the man, let's not rile the regulars here.
Let's not kick the hornet's nest, shall we?
Because I know inevitably someone's gonna be like,
I'll be angry about bumper stickers all I want.
However, there was a good one that I saw the other day, and it was a mock of an Elon Musk's car bumper sticker that said "My other car's in space," and I thought that was pretty good. But
I did.
Yeah.
They jumped on that train quick.
Yeah, no, it was like next day kind of deal.
I mean, I knew he announced it beforehand, but
Red thought that the image.
No, I straight up thought that was photoshopped.
He thought it was photoshopped.
Like the photo itself looks like something someone I follow on Twitter would just put up and be like, "Oh, dude, I'm here on my car in space." And I was like, "Wow, I don't get this meme. This is stupid."
The memer himself finds a meme stupid. Maybe there is hope for this world. Maybe there is hope for this world.
Look,
yeah.
I don't think all memes are great.
I don't think most of them are great. You know what I didn't get? The spaghetti.
Somebody touch on my spaghetti.
That was one of the best memes ever, though.
But Will loves it so much.
It is great.
I don't understand. You could literally
Bub,
grab
we live in a world where Tide Pods are mistaken as produce.
Look.
Okay, they're not mistaken as produce. People understand that they're urgent and should not be eaten.
They're just
idiots. Like fruit, so
it's not a mistake.
The monkeys in their head are winning.
That fucking monkey brain.
Or this Knuckles Army nonsense. I just don't get that shit either.
Yeah, I don't get that one. It happens a lot, and it's annoying, but I don't get it.
Well, see, you come into contact with that more than everyone else here because
that's because you play VR chat.
Do VR chat.
And it's bad. It's real bad in that game, and it drives me insane.
Are they still doing that?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That kind of died off, but
no way.
No, not in that game. Everywhere else it died except for VR chat.
Thank God.
I saw someone I follow on Twitter today saying, "God, people are still eating Tide Pods. It's February, people. Come on." Come on, new meme.
Meme dies every month. February 1st.
Got it. We need more February memes.
Elon Musk.
We have space cars so far. We need more though.
The ER chat, damn. ERP chat? No, definitely not. No, not on this day.
You catch us here for the D&D. You catch us on VR chat for the ERP later.
No, you catch us after the game for the ERP chat.
What? It's not ER. It's V as in Virginia or vagina.
I'm saying we do ERP in VR chat.
No, VR chat. Annie, since you regularly hop into it, why don't you explain it to him?
It's a virtual reality chat where people wear their virtual reality sets, or they just play it on their computer and go around. It's basically like a Second Life mixed with a chat room. And you use a VR set to talk to people.
It's a VR chat room.
That's the best explanation I can give you.
It's Second Life, but you're using a VR headset.
Yeah.
So it's infinitely better.
Disposal.
And they're...
It's the perfect way to go ahead and show how much of a weeaboo you really are.
Yeah, Annie, you weigh in on here. What's the... This one's mostly weeaboos, right? Because Second Life is mostly furries. This one's mostly weebs, right?
Yeah, for the most part. Weebs
lots of
and
anime
Knuckles.
chicks.
I think Second Life is mostly sex offenders, but yeah.
Weebs are probably about 70%. Gun and Knuckles are about 25%. Then there's 5% normal people. But, not many.
Needless to say, it's a mess out there.
Phaedra. I really did.
It's I don't understand memes. I probably will not continue to understand memes.
I don't push out of the age range.
That's why you have a meme consultant.
No.
Is that you?
It's not like you're on payroll for this. Don't sound too
I wouldn't consult you for anything. Jesus Christ!
Look,
consult him for Google Foo. That's about it.
Yeah. If
I regularly consult Red for financial advice.
See, I can help with that because I'm a business major
you're
now.
This is Bizarro World. That's what this is.
No, do you want to know something that I figured out while going to business school?
How to tie down shoes.
No, I learned that I've been in the wrong class for the
Velcro,
past 5
boys.
weeks.
You've been in the wrong class.
I have
Velcro. He's using slip-ons. What are you talking
He's
about?
got that croc life.
Yeah, he's just wearing Crocs and clogs. That's how you do it these days.
Are you in a non-major class?
No, it is. So I had a class that I thought was once every other week in Miami that I've been going to. I've been sitting in room 119. However,
how do you not notice?
The class that I was supposed to be in is 116. And I sat in there, and I was late the first day by 30 minutes because there was a traffic jam, and it takes me 2 hours to get to Miami when it should take an hour. I missed the entire first part of the syllabus, so I assumed it was my class and my teacher. Didn't figure it out until yesterday, went down, and turns out I had my midterm. So I took my midterm without having...
So you're going to withdraw from that class, right? And then take it again later, or...?
Turns out the final can make up for the exam.
Good luck. You're gonna have to catch up on 5 or 6 weeks worth of stuff now.
Easy.
Jesus Christ. How do you not notice for that long? I could see the first day not realizing.
The first class was it's marketing strategies. Was the one I was sitting in. The one I was supposed to be in was international business ethics, I think. You wouldn't
have noticed the difference just in the syllabus itself.
I didn't see the syllabus.
Been sitting there like, this has nothing to do with the subject matter.
I didn't see the syllabus.
Let's also bring to the forefront, for those of you that aren't aware, Red is largely oblivious to his.
There is that.
I thought
9 times
it was a marketing class. It wasn't completely outside of the vein of my classes. It was in line with the rest of my classes.
How do you not know? Do you not have a website where you go to check all your schoolwork?
Yeah.
And does it not list all of your classes?
It does, but not the room
in
numbers.
A row. Okay, but still, you're learning concepts that are not related to the original class matter. Come on, man.
The class that I haven't been sitting in hasn't had any homework, and the only thing that the class has done...
They never took attendance,
just
never had any homework.
5 weeks of lectures. 5 weeks of lectures, and that's all the teacher has done.
Des says Red's
you didn't get any
art
emails
class.
I got emails from him saying they were covering chapters, which is what was confusing me. Because I was
why didn't you realize then? Why didn't you realize that the chapters were out of a book that's not in the same class? Did you buy the wrong book,
I like Dan's
too?
answer.
No, I didn't buy the book. I'm still waiting for my aid.
For 5 weeks.
Oh my god.
It's great.
The teacher's like, okay, everyone pull out your recorders. We're going to practice hot cross buns. And he's like, Damn, this is a good business tactic.
The worst part is, Red also had a recorder on him at that point in time as well.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
shit,
everyone.
I knew I needed this today.
If that was actually true, Red would be like, I don't actually have a recorder. However, I do have my potato flute, commonly referred to as an ocarina. Would you be okay with me doing that? Every D&D game has a Red, needs a Red.
I don't understand.
No,
Like,
you know, the
teacher
only
didn't
reason
either.
Red has a potato in his book bag is. Well,
okay,
no.
that's you. Let's not confuse future and past here. That's you.
Yeah,
You
let's
haven't reached
move
that
on.
stage
Move on.
in
Move
his
on.
life.
I'm waiting for Red to
I don't
say,
understand.
the weirdest thing was the teacher was male and her name was Catherine.
And
Do
you
not,
know,
like,
neither of the teachers took attendance.
the first day that you start a semester, do you
Yeah.
not, like, freak out and check, like, 10 times before you go to your class to make sure you're in
No,
the
I
right
did.
room?
100% me.
Then
And
how do
that's
you-
I don't know. I think it's because I was like 30 to 45 minutes late because of traffic.
and you were just rushing to try and
I
get
was,
somewhere.
and I've never been in the building before. It's down in Miami. I've never fucking been there. So I'm running around going like, where the fuck is this place? I was like, room. This is it. Sat in. They're like, all right, and this is business. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. This is my class. All right. These look like people that
You know, the funny
I
thing
saw a
about-
girl that I know from high school in there.
Well, the funny thing about college campuses is they're usually organized. The buildings are by major, not by...
No, yeah, I noticed. Go figure.
Dan says, when you're that high, all numbers look upside down.
God,
Drank
damn.
some of that fizzy lifting juice and just couldn't tell the difference.
So, Austin,
That wasn't the line, man.
Okay.
what's your Tide Pod record before passing out?
7 or 8 of them. And then my throat started to burn.
Then his throat. Okay, all right.
Yeah, then I had to start spitting it out, but yeah, it's a big story.
It's like mixing pixie sticks and gushers.
I'll
man.
say this:
I don't know
Red,
what people
when they
can
start
think
going
is
ahead
wrong.
and doing the Darwin's Law, I'm gonna miss you.
It's like
I'm gonna miss you
it's
so
like when
hard.
you take a bunch of Mentos and you just throw them down your throat and just chug a whole bunch of Pepsi.
Diet at that.
Yeah, Diet Pepsi.
All right. So,
You
anyways,
baffle me.
Dude,
can
the
we get
teacher had-
around? Let's go ahead and get around to killing Jerrod today.
Yeah, let's
Thank
do it.
God.
I'm trying to write a tweet, and the only thing I got out was Shackled, Red's an idiot.
Well, looks like you just
Change
gotta
the
post
stream
that.
title to that.
No,
It's
I
like
think
someone
you just leave
shackled
the
Red's
tweet going.
brain.
No, I got this. I'll make a real good tweet. An A+ tweet.
Shackled City in room 116.
Episode 1... Yeah, it actually is episode 116!
You've got to be
It's
fucking
actu-
kidding me.
No, it is 100% episode 116.
My Little Pony in 119.
Alright guys, I catch you in 3 episodes! Woo!
Has Red been in the wrong game for 2 years?
I noticed about 8 months in, but I didn't say anything because I was too invested
Yeah,
at that point.
I was too far in. Couldn't leave. They even named the
this
Game
was-
after me, guys. I'm sorry. I
I thought
Wait,
this
is-
was Dragon's Demand the entire time.
Is this not Matt? Oh man.
Like, what the fuck is this Pathfinder shit? This isn't 5e.
We've been playing Pathfinder the whole time.
I thought this was that. Oh man, I thought this was that one channel that's really popular. Oh man.
Shit.
This isn't Crit Fail, right?
Wow, that was kind of dickish.
I actually can't remember the name. I'm so out of the loop on D&D. Critical Role. It's Critical Role and Geek and Sundry, right? Those are. Or
Critical Role is a property of Geek and Sundry, yes.
That's what it was. What was the other one? Because that's not the Chris Perkins one, right?
No, that's Acquisitions.
There it is.
Yeah. Yeah, close. This
Sure is.
is Red.
Yeah, did
That does
Who
sound a
wrote
lot
this,
like
Red?
Red.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah.
It's a-
no,
yeah,
yeah.
you means today I fucked up, by the way.
Yeah, that is literally what happened to me. Yeah.
Go back to room
I,
116, Red. We
the-
don't need you here.
The funny thing was the midterm wasn't even multiple choice. It was a 5-question short answer quiz. Every question was worth 10 points. And I straight up answered 2 of them. looked at the teacher and said, "All right, I did as best as I could," and walked out.
Dude, I would have bullshitted my way through that. I'd start up talking about marketing, end up talking about bread.
What's fucking Xander? What's your ad again? I can't
At
remember.
Z, it's there's it's Xander with a Z as opposed to with an X. That's how you know he's never going to be a streamer.
2 S's or something like that.
No.
2K. Wasn't there?
I can't
something
say.
like that?
I can say one thing.
That was
I've learned a
bad.
little bit more about how to market things.
How
it's
dare they
just
test
ends
people's
with an S.
knowledge? Oh man, that's great. I hope you were plotting his murder. Damn.
I'm okay with non-multiple
I had
choice
to give
tests,
that the okay.
but I also just had a multiple choice test, like the week beforehand. Multiple choice tests are
You mean multiple choice tests only come once a week?
no, they come in every class. It's great. Multiple choice tests are how I got out of high school.
What's up, creations? This is Shackled City. All right, guys. I've about got this out right now before we can dive right in.
Got my A+ tweet up.
That A+ tweet.
That A+ tweet. I'm gonna go ahead and post it in the chat here.
I think the best part about it is that, like I said, I thought it was a once every other week class. It isn't. It's a every week class.
So you're just like all kinds of fucked up,
I
right?
think at this point you have to withdraw from that class.
No,
I mean,
the teacher was cool with it. He's like, "All right, just make sure you
no,
do
I
the
mean, I'm not
project."
saying like the teacher's not cool with it. I'm just saying I don't
I should.
catch up. Like that's rough, man.
Yeah, I'm
5
sure the
weeks worth
teacher
of-
could care less about your situation.
Yeah. I mean, you're still paying his salary, so.
Yeah.
This is
The
fun.
marketing teacher was cool though. That was enjoyable. I walked into his class and I said, "Dude, I think I've been sitting in your class and I don't think I'm supposed to be in here." And he goes, "What? Really?"
What's your
I was like, "Yeah,
name?
no. Well, because I've been late to both of the classes. Getting down to Miami's a bitch and a half. I had to leave my house at 4 o'clock to get to a 6:30 class.
All right, guys. The tweet is out. Let's go ahead and get some love on this. Let's get some love on this if we can.
Beat that tweet.
Retweet it, please. Let people know that the stream is live. Will says Shackled City episode 116 or 119 if you ask
Oh.
Fred. Tomfuckery and roll-foolery abound. Come be angry about bumper stickers with us.
I have to say, I believe that was Karami. Karami. We don't recognize people in our class in college. They don't tell us who's in our class, or at least not they. If I was there the first day, I'd know. That would have been helpful. Instead, I got to know a different class.
So wait, yeah, you're still waiting on your aid. I assume because you weren't counted as present for one of your classes being the one you missed.
Because of my mother passing away, I can't declare taxes. I don't have. I'm not independent, so every few days I've been messaging the financial aid guy and getting things back, and it's all culminated now to them asking about my father and me getting a signed statement from my grandparents, notarized, saying that I haven't seen my father, and this should finally be the thing that.
And do you know if they require attendance in all of your classes for disbursement of financial aid? Because I know my university does. I don't know. If your system
not for the classes that I would have missed for that guy. Which is nice.
Is this Greyhawk? I've been out of D&D since 3.5.
I definitely don't know anyone in my class.
This is Galarian. Galarian is the Pathfinder world, and it's not too unlike, in this situation, it's not too unlike what you would typically see out of Greyhawk. Greyhawk has very much its own standalone, but this is interesting to say the least. There's a lot. There's a lot to this. Without going into a lot of history and lore, you're not really going to learn a lot about it unless you dive in. But 3.5 and Pathfinder are pretty much synonymous. Sean, you'll see that 3.5 is very much akin to it. In fact, a lot of people often call Pathfinder 3.75 because Jason Bowman and crew took the dead rules of 3.5 and adjusted them to fit. So they are very similar in a lot of regards.
3.5 on steroids.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bumper sticker.
Want to know something? I took you all in the bed with... Oh, Johan, calm down.
Gotta buy me dinner first.
Right.
Wait, I ended up in the wrong bed. No one's here.
Story of his life. Story of his life. Ronald, how are you doing?
Son of a bitch! This isn't my wife.
Doing all right. What's up?
Not again.
I'm
Kept
asking.
crawling and it kept working.
I just want to know how you were doing.
That's more or less my life.
Bub's volume is a bit low in comparison with the others, or is it just me? Am I low?
Not to us.
Yeah, I mean,
And
you've
again,
always
we're not-
fucking spoken to my brain
Fucking
directly.
temple. Yeah.
It's like really inserting yourself in there.
I mean,
Gross.
red is the reason I drink.
Hey, that's the reason I drink too, Des. I'll drink to that.
Red's volume could be turned down to 0.003%.
No, I'm cool with that.
It could happen. You would still hear him pretty clearly. I'm almost
Especially
100% positive. I'm gonna grab another beer. I'll be
when
right
he
back.
laughs, he's still going to be louder than the majority.
I'll turn him down a little bit. I'll turn him down about 20%. I'm going to get some water, and when I return, we will recap and dive into tonight's game. Guys, tell everybody on Twitter, tell them on Discord, let everybody know on Facebook. Get this out. I want to see us... Let's reach 100 viewers tonight. Can we do that? We're over the halfway mark, and I know that we can do it. So let everyone know about it. Remember, every mile marker that we reach on our journey to 200 resubs, I'll give them a luck reroll. So when we hit 185 subs, that's one more, they'll get their first luck reroll. And then at 190, they'll get their second. So it's up to you cats to make this happen. I'm going to get a drink. I'll be right back. BRB.
I'll be right back as well. Give me a second.
You know, Annie, I'd like to take this time to point out that I haven't missed a single other class. I've never done this before. And this is basically 3 years
That
deep
you
in
know
college.
of.
No,
That you're aware of.
I have never sat in the wrong class before, so that's why it never even occurred to me that I'd be that wrong. I have gone through my entire life always in the right classroom up until just recently.
I was always confused by that in school when people, like, the teachers would ask on the first day of the class.
Be like, "Are you in the right class?" It's like, yeah, duh.
Double check your schedules, make sure you're in the right class. I was like, how could
done-
somebody
who
not
doesn't?
notice?
I check it 6 times. I have it written down in my phone.
Yeah, there were times when I was in high school where I would just write it down on my hand, what class I was going to, what room it was, and what time I needed to be there.
And I've
to make
done
sure,
the same thing.
100% positive that I was going to be in the right spot at the right time.
For the first day of all my college classes, I usually leave my house early so I can actually fucking find it.
And get a parking spot, because God knows parking in the first week is...
Yeah. However, I can't do that because fucking
You have
Miami,
to drive to Miami, yeah.
It's a 40-minute drive that takes 2 hours because of traffic.
So, do you not have the option to take that course at your location?
They didn't have that class.
At the campus?
Yeah, not in a schedule that would work for me.
Because whenever I register for classes, I always limit it, because we have two other campuses for my university that are a little further out.
No, I have the same thing for mine. We have one here, Davie, and another one that I think it's Jupiter. I think that's the other campus.
I should probably.
And that's an hour north of you, right?
Yeah.
That's a good
That's where I get my haircut.
Let me drop in another reroll command.
Also, I'm actually gonna look really fucking shaggy for the concert.
Damn.
I still just haven't
It
shaved.
wasn't you?
Alright,
I rolled my d20 for the night. Useless to everyone now. I'm sorry. Wasted it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Alright,
okay. I'm still around. I need to go ahead and throw a couple crit ones in.
Karame.
Alright, Andy, I need a fork
Nat
save.
ones
Nat
and
one.
nat
Alright.
Karame, thank you so much for putting Phaedra into the bub tub. Phaedra, I know that you are currently BRB, but you are officially a bub scriber. Welcome to the bub club. Hop up in here. Get yourself a scrub, a rub, a chub, whatever you'd like. Just take it and run with it. Some of these guys may not give you another shot. They're gonna hoard the chub for themselves.
I'm reading this fucking link that on Today I Fucked Up, and it's pretty much me, and I hate that. I don't like that this is a common thing.
You told someone your story, and then they posted it and got a whole bunch of upvotes for it. They posted
I
it for
wanted
that
this karma. You could have 47,000 internet points. It'd be so cool.
Skag, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for the sub, brother. I appreciate that. Take it and run with it. That's right, man. Take it and run with it. You're officially a Bubscriber. Officially a Bubscriber. Welcome back, Fi. Welcome back, Fi and Skag. You guys are officially Bubscribers. Welcome to the Bub Club. Hop up in the Bub Tub. Get yourself a little Bub Scrub. But be wary. Christy and a handful of the others looking over there at Deserection, potentially SniperGoat. They're waiting on you to drop the soap, guys. They saw the action of you stepping in near the pool side. They're waiting on you to drop the soap. Be wary of the Bub Chub if you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Oh, just don't put it down.
Just don't pick it up. Just don't drop it. In fact, if you do drop it, just lay down and start punching in all directions. And we'll get the chat link. Boom. There. Okay. All right. Drop soap. Damn it, Dan. Damn it, Dan. So, what happened last time, guys? What happened last time on Shackled City?
Last time we finally got our way into the it was called Vaporac's Voice into into one of the main halls, which is we believe to be an Etten council chamber or some ritual chamber where the crystal is in the center of the room.
Do you guys actually believe it to be like an Etten council chamber, though?
Hell no. This is the council chamber for those 6-armed, dudes with a tablet.
Can anyone remember what they're called? They had a name, something that the old people called them. Those that survived past their time, their reign.
Probably didn't write it down, but I'll look.
I might have written it down. Hold on.
I don't think I did. I don't remember.
No.
No, I just called them ogres, spellweavers, which kind of accurate, but also kind of not.
They were technically.
Yeah, then everybody just looks at Sniper and it's like, I have no fucking idea.
They were technically ogres, yeah, but they were 6-armed ogres that had like an arcane bloodline. They were called spellweavers.
Oh, so spellweaver was correct then. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
They were called spellweavers. Yeah.
Capitalize that. Make sure it's proper noun.
So, entering into the chamber of the spellweavers, the giant that we had ended up essentially tricking into letting us in ended up breaking a magical stick of an alarm spell from what we're assuming, calling in other ogres or spellweavers in this case into the room. Sniper ended up taking the brunt of the damage, so much to a point where he ended up getting knocked unconscious at one point.
Well, to be fair, I dealt most of that to myself.
I know, but even so, you were at the front lines of it.
Yeah, I'm not in good. I'm in bad straits.
The fight, because Sniper was essentially holding him off at the small corridor in the north. The other ogres in the back killed one in the front and charged their way through, essentially breaking through the line and spilling into the main hall.
Okay.
After that, they kind of spread out a little bit. One of them actually charged into Sniper and collided him into the crystal, and due to a misstep of Sunn, he also got hit as well, getting knocked back.
Right.
They were able to recover from that and gain their footing while Klaus was being attacked by another ogre with a chair being thrown at him. He was hit, but I don't believe he was knocked from the air completely. He was able to regain himself.
What happened to the chair?
It turned to solid gold because he ended up essentially having the hands of Midas, essentially, where everything he physically touched turned into gold.
Ooh, wild magic.
And I think because his hands hit his cloak, they ended up turning to gold as well, but it shattered, so he still has...
Close. I cast another spell that caused it to turn into... Because I was trying to cast something on myself, I don't remember what exactly, but it turned it into gems, valuable gems.
Yeah, that's right. And it ended up falling to the ground.
Just a moment before you continue on. Woos, coming in with a host. Thank you so much, Woos. I appreciate the dude hitting us with a 22-man host. Earlier we had Exploding Dice hit us with another host. Thank you so much, Woos. Guys, do yourselves a favor and follow my main man, Wowsies. Follow my dude, Wowsies. If that didn't work, then this should for sure. There it is. He's a brother in the Labcat crew and a friend when you didn't know you needed one. Always down for a good time and reliable to boot. Support my dude Woos by peeping his stream over at twitch.tv/Wowsies. You will not be let down with him. He's a great man. He's just a fun streamer. He was playing a lot of Killing Floor 2 today. I peeked in over at him for a little bit, and he's well worth it. Plus, he's going to be joining the Labcats tabletop game with us very, very soon. Once we end Dragon's Demand, we will be going over to a Labcats original content and IP event. This is actually going to be the spontaneous birth of the stream's first legendary weapon. We have come up with a lot of information about this legendary weapon, but it's not yet risen to the surface. Not quite yet. Very soon, though. Very, very soon. Also, if you don't know who Skagath is, Skagath runs a friendly tabletop stream that is inviting to anyone that steps in and says hello. He's down to relax, cut up, and have a good time. He will definitely make you feel at home in your stay, so stop in and say hi. Yes, a legendary weapon is being built. It came at a cost of 1.5 million reputation. 1.5 million reputation, yes. The give command is just like this. Avatar 1. Just like that, my dude. It's give to the person, then the amount. Give to the person, then the amount. So, where he left off, where Pathos left off, let's continue there. Jerrod, what happened next?
Let's see. At the point that he left off, I had been charged into the crystal spire in the center of the room with Sunn, more or less kind of nearly crushing him. At that point, he was able to lob a couple grenades out. I was able to go ahead and take down one of the other ents and move up to the best of my ability, well, while bleeding all over the place. From here on, the combat was fairly much on the other guys. I was pretty much just holding my own, as I recall. But, let's see. I know that Klaus was flying around, failing spells left and right. I know that Pathos was darting around, showing some really interesting daring do and lancing through with his rapier.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of action.
It was actually a pretty epic fight, to be honest.
No, it was a dagger. I didn't draw my rapier.
He didn't draw his rapier. It was all his dagger. Because the dagger kept returning. Remember that.
Could have sworn he went ahead and hamstrung one with the rapier.
No, it was my dagger.
He fainted.
I threw it, and then I fainted, and then as the Orgu tried to punch me, I cut his Achilles tendon, and then I came back and I ended up killing him with the sneak attack.
Yeah, because, sneak attack.
Right.
Bastard rogues. But yeah, overall, after the combat finally ended, 3 Archon Angels managed to appear.
Right there, and I'll pass this over to Austin. Austin, tell me about the Archons, the Trumpet Archons.
Well,
who is their patron deity, first and foremost?
They were claiming that they were patrons of Saren Ray, right? Isn't that or weren't they saying that they were the trumpeters of her heralds of happiness and joy?
Correct.
And they were like, yo, we got these 3 drinks for you. Put them down, and they'll revitalize you if you're good of heart. But if you're evil, it'll kill ya! Just so you know. And Sunn, who was performing mild surgery on Jerrod at the time, from his own self-inflicted wounds, he was like, Pathos, go, fetch, get the cup, go, come on, get it. Pathos very carefully took to the cup, picked it up, brought it over, and I poured it down Jerrod's throat, at which point his veins proceeded to start turning black, and everything started to go south as he fucking started losing rapidly strength and con. Then, Innie was staring at the Archons as they were giggling, going, "Ha ha ha! He's evil! Ah! Kill him!" Pathos was saying, "No, he can't be evil."
He's the man I love.
And
It's not
Deia
where we were in a soap opera.
Yeah, no joke.
"Por qué?"
Por qué?
As Deia was chilling in the back, staring at these apparitions, she could see through them with her special eyes.
Okay.
And she saw some hags chilling in the other room.
That's not quite right. That's very close, but not quite right. Deia,
Were they not 3 hags?
what was it like actually?
There was some sort of like Pathos can cast his darkness spell, his advanced darkness.
Sure, yeah.
Theirs was something similar to that, but with an apparition and of light. And when I went to look at them, because I wanted to see if they had the same holy gaze as whatever the girl that came to see us, his name was started with an N. I'm not good with names.
Nidrama.
That was it. I was like Nabthator, and no, that's the wrong one.
No, you haven't.
Shit.
Ooh, you have not seen Naphthatorin yet.
No, I'm glad I haven't. I know he's a Glabrizu that we have to go fight eventually, but no, not yet. But I was looking and I saw that I could see through them, and through this veil that they were creating, I could see hags creating this image that everyone was looking at, and so as soon as they saw that I was looking through their veil that they had made up, I guess they could tell somehow better than my sight theirs was. But as soon as I made forward progress and I just kind of stepped through it, kind of like it was just an apparition spell. And once they saw me, they started to run off though, and they were super fast. And so as soon as I stepped through the apparition, they were just gone. And I was led to believe they just vanished and weren't as fast as, I hope they're not as fast as that, because they ran down a 30-foot corridor in less than 6 seconds, which isn't great. They're fast.
Super fast.
They call them the hasty hags.
Quickly.
Yeah, so I think in summation, Jerrod's poisoned, super close to dead. Deia was attempting to chase down hags who managed to disappear, and we're in a room full of dead giants.
And we ended it with Pathos drinking the liquid from the crystal, correct?
All right.
That's right.
Yes, the mysterious
Taking a good old sip
clear
of that.
liquor.
Pathos
delicious
did.
crystal milk.
Pathos did, in fact, sip down the scissorp, and it became a positive boon for him. He got
Dropped
a
some
huge.
40s.
He got a huge buff out of it, which was pretty awesome. So,
And then he gave it
huge
to
thanks
Klaus,
to
right?
Drews123. Thank you so much for that sub, brother. I appreciate that. Coming through with a sub, first time here. You've been subbing for a month, sir. You're officially a Bubscriber. Welcome to the Bub Club. I've been the Bub Tub. Get yourself a Bub Scrub. But be wary, there's a couple of people out in the audience. They're waiting on you to drop that soap, homie. If they do, you might feel a little bit of Bub Chub. Can we get some love in the chat for all the subs today? Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. So, we ended right there. I'm going to go ahead and set the scene. This is moments before Klaus presses the fluid to his lips to suckle on the zipple.
Gone through the benefits that I was getting from the amaranth, or I guess crystal liquid, not amaranth necessarily.
Yeah, you will gain the benefits. Everybody that's going to drink it from a cup that's not been poisoned,
Snipper.
you will have those benefits.
Yeah, what were the benefits again?
Did we determine how
plus
long
40
it'll
your physical
last as
stats. No, he never gave us the time.
The duration? No, there was no
Yeah.
duration spoken of. You're not entirely sure how long it lasts.
Got it.
You said +4 to physical?
All of your physical
Yeah,
stats.
your physical stats,
So
correct.
strength, dex, and con, you'll get a temporary +4 bonus. That is the ability score, not the ability modifier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which it adds 2 to the ability modifier.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
I mean-
at this point, are you saying that you forced it down Jerrod's throat because he is
No,
kind of
because
Mm,
he said someone
not
who's
yet.
poisoned.
Yeah.
If you're poisoned, we're not going to pour more liquid down your throat. I think.
So yeah, I mean, at this point, Pathos continuing on hands the
One moment.
The
one
water
moment.
skin.
Before that happens, I needed to say we only had one quirk that's come in. Give you guys just a moment to get anything remaining. Right now, the only quirk is actually on Deia. Deia, you
Yeah, I know.
must speak seductively.
I've known this since last week.
It has run the gamut, and you will speak seductively only because you're so good at it.
Yeah.
I don't remember what. I think last time you called someone like a sexy poke pig or something like that. Or sexy
No,
hot
it's,
man pig mess.
I don't need your help, you hot piece of ass.
That's right. Oh man, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Okay, so
Oh, this is going to be an awkward session.
yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Gonna be a good one for sure. Also, if
Only
you're new to the
awkward
stream,
if you make it awkward.
I'm Bub. This is my casting crew, and we'll be running you through Shackled City episode 116 tonight. They're in Vaprak's voice. It is a place, a very, very bad place, where its host leader is a Glabrezu by the name of Nabthatorin. Who is Nabthatorin? What was
Big bad evil
Nabthatorin?
dude.
Nabthatorin was the demon general who led the first attack on Cauldron. He led a demon army, and he is, in fact, a Glabrezu, as you have said before.
Correct. Correct. Yes, Avatar, that's totally fine. Dancing Dan says, how much to make Klaus phrase everything as a question?
Wasn't that a silly? Or is that no? That's roleplay.
That's a role play. So that would be
6.
No, 6 is mechanical. So 4.
So 4.
4,000. Deia equals Ricardo Montalban. Will he say Corinthian leather with rolled R's? I mean, he might.
Corinthian leather. I don't know who Ricardo Montalban
Oh, it is under silly? Okay, alright. If it's under silly, I mean, Dan, that's still a good amount of rep, brother.
One never knows, Din. We may end up befriending the demon. We've got a history of it.
That's right.
There is a precedent there. I will not deny this.
Are we good to continue, or are we still waiting?
I'm gonna give him just a second because someone wants to put these in. That's right, them sub badges, Soph.
Yeah, because, I mean, good God, how could we get away with just one quirk?
Con! That's right, Soup. That's right.
Yeah,
Guys,
you
remember,
gotta give it to someone else too.
remember, if you see next to their information, such as Deia as an Asmar level 9 Paladin Purifier, there is a D6. These dice are referential to the inspiration that they have. This is from roleplay effects, the MVP moments, and the best roll of the night, the most crucial event of the evening, and they get these things. It's not always rewarded to each player, but there are 3 given out a night. They do not stack multiple times. They also get luck rerolls. So every 5 that we tackle on our sub count, we will get a new luck reroll. So one's been unlocked at 190 subs. We will unlock our next at 195 and 200. That will unlock 2 more. So, as it stands, if you guys are curious to know how to reap the most rep in chat, hanging out here is the best way. Making donations are a great way to do that too. Also, by beating the bit boss. Bottom right, you can see there's a bit boss. It's 34,000 health of 100,000. If you beat the bit boss tonight, everyone in chat will get 10,000 reputation. That is the most rep that's been given out. Oh my
Klaus
god.
is the question master.
Dancing Dan. Klaus, you are officially the question master.
I am question man.
You are question man. Dan, thank you so much for the donation, brother. I appreciate that. It was very, very nice of you. When can we quirk the DM? I mean, maybe in future campaigns, but not for this one.
Can we make him talk like Yoda at all times for the rest of every campaign?
I was
feel
gonna hope for Kenny Rogers DM personally.
Permanent Yoda talking quirk.
You know how many people hate Kenny Rogers?
No,
Like
I know,
7.
but I would love to hear your room description as Kenny Rogers.
That's the number of people that hate that voice are completely nullified by the number of people that like that voice. One of which is myself.
Wait, you actually like that voice?
Hell yeah, it's great.
I fucking love Kenny Rogers.
It absolutely fucking
Tree
it fucking
hates.
ruins the science.
He
know Tree
hates
hates
Kenny Rogers. He thinks it's
Tree-
the worst thing.
Tree hates. You can end the sentence.
Yeah, it's true.
He hates. You're not wrong. Yeah. So, and this is where we'll pick it back up. It looks like the two things that have happened is Deia, you're going to be seductive. Klaus, you're going to end every sentence as if it were a question, or ask it in a questioning tone or manner. Is that fine? Can we agree to this?
No.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
gonna be real weird since he's kind of like leading the party, but he's also gonna be asking us if we want to go the way he's making us go.
Do we really want to go this way?
We're going this way, right?
He's gonna be like that rock golem out of Thor Ragnarok. Hey man, we're gonna go down this hall. You want to come with?
Every direction he goes, he stops and asks us if we want to go this way with him.
So
We're
yeah,
in it to win it.
I'll hand him the water skin, and I'll take back my dagger since I haven't fucking died.
You're handing
Okay.
it to me, correct?
Well, yeah, because I'm taking back my dagger, and then I'm giving you the water skin to drink from.
Got it. I'm gonna take a real long drink out of this thing. Like Cindy Crawford
Chug-a-lug-lug.
Pepsi commercial.
Damn. Damn.
30-second ad spot. Need to stretch this out.
Jesus Christ.
Like there's not that much liquid in this water
Plug.
skin. Long.
I'm just picturing this wrinkled old man with no robes on and golden hands, just like messing
not
with
forget.
this
All right, so
Let's not forget that he has to give this to me because if I touch it with my hands,
oh yeah.
it's gold.
You got to remember first and foremost, whenever an old man drinks, he spends at least 12 seconds licking his lips first. So
and then afterwards, there's that really long, stretched out.
yeah, followed up by more lip licking. So you got it. Yes. All right, so he's going to take an
Little bit of
excessively
cheese.
long drink.
Gross out anyone listening here.
Your physical stats are going to increase temporarily by +4 to your strength, dexterity, and constitution.
That's some good vittles.
Vittles!
Good
All right. After he gets his drink, I'll refill the water skin if there's still liquid pouring from the crystal itself. And I'll make my way down towards Sunn.
I would still be over Jerrod.
Okay.
Trying to. Would I know if it's a good idea to give him this potion, or would I know better than to mix this medication?
He's already consumed the potion, right? So you
The
don't
poison,
know-
yeah.
You don't know if it's going to.
Oh no, yeah, that's right, because we figured out that it amplified.
You don't really
Yeah.
know if it's going to cause additional stress.
Yeah, no, then I'm gonna stick with the original plan that I had, and I'm just not gonna give him more medicine. I'm gonna take it from Pathos and just take a quick gulp and hand it back to him and continue to solemnly look over Jerrod.
You feel the same instance that has occurred within your allies. Your vigor has been renewed. You feel strength beyond strength. Physically,
This is some spinach.
you are probably the best you've ever felt. At the peak of your normal human capability, particularly for you, but for the others, not so much. If Jerrod were under different circumstances, he would probably look
Buff.
like Guts. Like he would look like Guts.
Buff.
He'd be very berserk-esque and fierce-looking.
As is, he's just laying down with
He's just dying.
black
whittling
veins under the skin, sweating, super pale from blood loss, and
away. See, and
you know,
there's
suffering
a
a fever.
universe. Yeah, there's a universe where you're not dying painfully right now.
Yeah.
it
True.
feels like all of them are converging. This is one of those Doctor Who focus fixed point in time moments.
Everything leads up to you just fucking getting poisoned.
No, everything's leading up to me almost beheading myself, then getting poisoned because my doctor didn't identify what he was shoving down my throat. But for what it's worth, Jerrod appreciates you not putting questionable liquids down his gullet while he's passed out.
Hey, Sniper Sean, thank you so much for the fellow brother. I appreciate that.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you.
Does anyone else notice that Annie sort of looks like Princess Leia, the young Italian?
I see it! Holy shit!
Help me, Louis! Help me, Han!
It's my spaghetti!
Jesus Christ.
Not like this.
I love you!
I know.
Help me, Dan. You're my only hope.
Okay, so I'm gonna pass this buck over to Pathos. I just kissed my piece brother.
You did say not Gungan.
Last part.
Bring it down a little. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I didn't catch the last part of what Bub said.
Passing the buck to you. You're gonna have to reel us in on this one. I'm sorry.
I took the sip and solemnly handed it back to you.
Yeah. Taking back the water skin, I'll essentially tie it off at my not on my side, but on my pack. Is there anything you need before we head down into the hall?
Was that to me?
Yes.
Oh. I was like, who is he talking? No, just I'm gonna stay here with Jerrod and I'm gonna make sure he gets through this. You guys do what you need.
Very well. If anything should happen, I would say either try to run to us as best as you can or yell. Though I'm not quite sure how much that'll help. And then Pathos gives him a nod and he'll make his way over to Deia and you're still flying, right, Klaus?
Yeah, I
Casually hovering.
Unless Mr. DM has decided that the fly spell was ended at this point.
No, I'm assuming that it hasn't. I'm assuming that you're still moving.
Alrighty. Pathos will look up and he'll signal for Klaus to move out. We should get him moving, and then he'll kind of like move his fingers forward.
Where do you suggest we go?
Down the hallway where Deia said we had some company traveling.
That does seem like a good option.
Indeed. Alrighty. Well, best I can say is keep an eye out and we'll make sure nothing goes off. Nothing that we don't want to go off anyway. Pathos will take the lead and he will once again cast his detect magic to make sure there's no magical seals or anything on the floor while he's checking for traps through the hallway.
Okay, alright, so the two of you propelling forward into a dungeon of disaster, distress.
It should be three of us.
Okay, and destruction.
Yeah.
Three of you even. So you're going to leave the injured man and Sunn, who has shown in combat that he can't hit a broadside of a barn, all to his lonesome. Oh, alright, this is fine. This is fine. Jerrod, how are you looking right now?
What was that rule one again?
Always break up the team.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure everyone's having a good time.
Alright, gang, let's split up.
Team.
I'll go with Daphne and Homa. You two.
I'd like to make it known at this point. I almost said Cicada. Sunn's gonna basically sit across from Jerrod, and he's gonna open his pack and pull out a Cure Series and chug it back.
So you're gonna drink a Cure Series in front of Jerrod?
I mean, he can't see it, and I'm dying slowly as well. I'm still way beyond bloody at this point. So what are the Cure Series that you give out?
It's 4d8. Wait, serious and then critical? Yeah, serious. So that's 3d8 plus 5.
3d8 plus 5?
Yes.
Gotcha. Only slightly weaker than mine. Plus 5. Cool.
That's not bad. Remember, guys, at a time, you can heal the players. There are only 3 chat heals in the game per session, and you guys can make that happen. Remember to check the table if you wanted to see this, but for all intents and purposes, it is available. All right. So, Pathos, you're leading the gamut, correct?
Correct.
All right. Let me explain some things to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are moving forward. Before you, it opens up into a room. This room has 4 white pillars with capitals shaped like slender hands supporting a 20-foot-tall ceiling in this rectangular room. A 3-foot in diameter crystal globe is embedded 10 feet up on each pillar. These hollow globes are half filled with bubbling transparent liquid that seems to replenish itself as quickly as it drains out of a hole in each globe's base. At the base of each pillar, a silver spigot allows the liquid to drain out of the pillar and down a narrow gutter to collect in a basin in the floor. There, the liquid turns a deep purple color and evaporates as quickly as it filled. A single golden chalice sits on the basin's rim near the southeastern pillar.
Looking at the color of the liquid that's pouring down into the chalice when it's turning purple, is it the same kind of color as the crystal that we had just broken?
No, this is a bit more of an intense color than previously. Before, it sort of had like a milky or clouded purple. This is a bit more different. It's a bit more intense. Like it's
more refined.
It's more no, like it's straight off the tit, man. This is intense.
Okay.
It's like a purer form, if you will.
Alrighty.
It's like the bluest of the blue milk.
I'll move closer to, I guess, to the base, inspecting to see if there's any like floor plates or anything on the walls that might be triggered off of stepping on, like getting triggers on the floor. So I'm going to take my time and start examining that area.
Okay. Sure, give me a perception, please. Can you counter that? No, you cannot counter it. Jerrod, they're going to heal you. That's a big one, so that's 4d8 plus 7. You can go ahead and roll that if you'd like.
Sure.
23?
23. No, it doesn't really seem to be trapped. Nothing here looks that bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In fact, this room looks like it's been left. Where everything else sort of has this almost rugged stone appearance, this room is marble and decorum. And this purple fluid that seems to almost condensate inside of these bowls and pour down into this pool, as it evaporates, it almost illuminates this room, like there's some kind of incandescence to it. There is a single... Like this. You'll note, all three of you will notice that there is a single goblet in the room. It is rich, turgid, and thick gold.
Okay. While I'm flying around like this, I wanted to check out the orbs that are, like you said, about 10 feet up off the ground.
Yes.
On the pillars. And I wanted to detect magic and see if there's like an enchantment on them that's causing them to refill, or if they're just receiving their fill, I suppose, of this liquid some other way.
Sure. As you cast Detect Magic, you will realize that all of the orbs are magical, but they are not nearly as magical as the fluid itself.
Okay. Are there any inscriptions on the pillars or on the orbs?
No.
Does it all seem to be pretty smooth?
It seems to be pretty smooth. You will notice that the magic on the orbs is a bit different, and it's a bit more akin to the school of magic closely related to conjuration.
Okay.
I'd want to look around the room to see where the hags went, because I still don't feel safe if they can go invisible. So I'd be scanning the perimeter of the room while they check out the fountain.
Sure. Appearing around the room, there is a door to the south and a door to the north. Neither of them seem to be disturbed.
They're both closed? Okay. I would just kind of wait for them, because there's no need for me to go try and open doors to places I might not want to be in.
Sure, that makes sense.
I'm not quite sure what this goblet is, but I don't think interfering with its place would probably suit our needs. We should leave it for now until we can actually discover what this place is.
I agree. This is some highly magical liquid. I don't know exactly what it does, but given the luck we've had with the crystal from the previous room, I believe we should just take our wins and move on.
Agreed. Well, north or south? Pick your poison.
I'm gonna turn towards the south door and say, I say we go south.
South it is, then?
Very well.
You would note that Deia says that in an almost unnatural, seductive manner.
I want to go down.
I'll take
It's not down.
the thieves' tools out of my pocket.
Okay.
And I'll make my way closer to the door. Does it look like it's sealed? There's any locks or anything on it?
Let's take a look. Which door again?
South.
South.
We're looking at the south door.
No.
Alrighty.
No, it does not look to be sealed. Give me a perception, please.
20.
20. Okay.
And I also have Detect Magic still active, so if there's any like lingering auras.
You do notice something as you're planning to open the door itself. You'll see that the guides of the door seems to have some odd resin that has been placed about it. It seems
What
to
color
trace
is it?
any opening. It's actually dark like a carbon. Just some kind of strange carbon that has been drawn at each guide of the door itself. So around the top of the door, through the middle where the two doors connect, and at the bottoms along with the sides.
Kind of taking a step back from it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check the other door to see if the other door has the same resin on it.
Okay. It does not. Appearing at the guides, it seems to not have any resin. It seems as if the other door was sealed for a reason, as if someone were attempting to prevent someone finding whatever is on the opposite side, or something from getting out.
Alrighty. Well, it seems like we have some movement going through this door. The other one seems undisturbed. If you would, I would recommend that you step back in the event something unfortunate happens.
I'd step behind put the wall in between me and the doorway.
Seeing that there's no traps upon inspection, I'll slowly start to wait. Well, the door, does it look like it opens inward or outward?
It looks like you would push it.
Okay. So I'll slowly, I guess, lean against it to see if it'll open.
When you begin to lean against it, there seems to be a lot of pressure on the rear side.
I think it might be locked. There's some bar, or there's either some debris in the way. Either way, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to make our way through, at least on this side.
So, when you say that you press against it, like, describe to me how you press against it.
Like, I put my hand forward and I kind of like lean a bit of my weight onto it to see how much.
Sure, if you're gonna put your hand on it, it's gonna have very little give. In fact, it doesn't even really look like it's gonna move. But until you really kind of lean into it, you're not gonna know.
Okay, I get what you're saying. So then. Oh, nothing happened when I touched it immediately, right? Like it didn't.
Correct. No.
Give. Okay.
Nothing,
So I'll start applying more and more pressure and to see how much, until I guess if I have to go into like a kind of like a shoving motion with my elbow, to see if that'll open it.
Sure. When you kind of put all of your body weight into it, you'll note that the resin seems to be cracking around the top and the bottom side of the door. When you look at it, it actually appears like it's some kind of malleable material, sort of like a clay that's been postured up there to prevent, I don't know, anyone from entering. Sort of like a seal of sorts, if you will.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So it's possibly like a plaster, if anything, or like a mortar, kind of like someone trying to like hold the door closed.
Yeah, potentially. It's for you, for all intents and purposes, from your understanding and experience, the only time anyone in the Underdark typically uses a resin or a wax is to know when it's been tampered with. Scrolls will often have a house's emblem waxed onto it, so nobody would know that it's been tampered with and nobody's broken the seal.
Okay.
To relieve yourself of a seal of house it's of grave consequence. That's almost the equivalent of slapping a matron, because it's such importance to maintain the intricacies of silence and information within each home.
Alrighty. So yeah, kind of taking that understanding, I'll keep pushing so it starts to give more and more. I want to keep applying that same pressure to where it's sliding open, but I want to keep myself like prepared. Like if it pops open, I want to be able to catch myself. You know what I mean?
Sure. Deia, you can see that he's leaning into it. He's kind of putting some grunt behind it to try to leverage himself. Did you want to assist in any way, or are you still kind of popped up in the corner?
I'd still be popped up in the corner. He told me to step aside just in case something happens, and now I'm a bit paranoid that something's going to happen, so I'm just going to sit here and wait.
Okay.
Just kind of look pretty, the usual.
Klaus, yourself?
I'm going to float kind of above the door, but looking down into the entrance in case there's anything that decides to come out.
Sure, makes sense. All right, so give me a strength check, please, Pathos. That's really good, actually. You realize that your allies are behind, and you're prepared for any kind of interference that you may deal with. So you kind of place your shoulder into this, yet you steady your feet, and as you slam your shoulder into it, you see something, passively your perception. You have naturally grown accustomed to spotting things that are out of the ordinary. And when the resin cracks from the side and top and bottom guides, you notice that it does crack in the middle, but there is a flash of light. Give me a reflex, please.
25.
25 is really good. Really good, actually. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. So, as you're at the door and you see this flash of light happen, your spidey sense goes off, right? Like it triggers, and you reflex away. Where do you go?
Diagonal, the top right. If we're looking at the map the way it is right now, so
Sure.
This way.
Sure. There is an explosion.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Explosion happens. The flash on the door itself. That carbon was grated steel, and when they flashed open, something on the opposite side ignited, causing a blowback. Your reflex was successful. I'll need the reflexes of the allies as well.
28.
28 is good. You'll take half.
Uh, 17.
17 is not good enough. I would highly recommend using your inspiration.
I think I might do that.
The roll's actually 28 if it is a trap.
It is a trap.
Okay, so yeah, it's 28 then.
You're not going to take anything courtesy of being a rogue.
Okay.
Inspiration is a D6, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, come on.
You want an extra D4?
Would definitely recommend it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
100%.
I would prefer if you rolled it, yeah. I think that's probably a safe bet at this point.
It was probably better that you rolled it.
Oh my god, man. So that's 17, 18, 19. You are legitimately...
We're fairly certain that that crit failures are not an STD, right?
You are legitimately 1 point away from even or odd.
Could I use the reroll on one of these?
Yeah, you could. Did you want to reroll your roll itself, or did you want to reroll?
I can give you inspiration.
I don't know if it's better. I think it's
the only person
better
that can
to
give
reroll
him...
one of the inspirations, right?
Oh yeah, no, they have to be in the same room.
They have to be
right?
within the same room. So the only other person that could give you that is... Nope, that's it. Nobody else in the room has it.
Yeah, Inny.
He just used his.
And he just gave him his.
Give me like 2 seconds real quick.
Yeah,
Sure.
you should reroll your inspiration.
That's what I was thinking.
Say,
Because
can you re-roll an inspiration?
Yeah,
That's what I was about to ask.
I'll allow it. Yeah, it's a re-roll.
And before another nat one.
Don't curse me like that.
It's okay. You're not sniper. Fuck, I lied. You're right.
I'm leaving later. See you guys. I'm out.
Jesus Christ! Deia,
Can
Welcome
I
to
re-roll
my world.
you can
Now
re-roll,
you know my pain.
you
you
can
roll a
re-roll
180.
your d4.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! No fucking way!
How do you guys roll
Looks like
4
it's dying
1s in
today.
a row?
Don't even tell me. Don't.
Alrighty.
Bub, stop tilting the table. We've been over this.
Well, okay, all right. So,
Well,
Pathos, this explosion is an explosive vapor trap.
that sounds fine for Klaus.
It was DC 20 for half damage.
Okay.
Here we go. This is the most dice I've ever rolled at one time.
That's not good.
32 D2.
This one's involving Inny and
It's actually
Inny and
30
Klaus.
D20.
Inny
well,
takes
right?
half.
Okay.
Klaus takes fool.
God damn it.
What?
Jesus Christ.
28.
53. Gross.
27.
Hey, you know how much health I have?
Yeah. Are you
Not
dead?
that much.
Are you dead? Or are you out?
No, I'm fucking dead. That absolutely kills me.
Why do traps always kill us?
I-
Why is it
Well,
always
no,
traps?
Wait, realistically though, I mean, they were already away from the trap here, the blast radius, right? Because
wonder.
Klaus is hovering above the door.
Did Klaus add in his plus
I don't
2
need
to
your
Dex?
sass 'cause you're newly dead again.
Klaus, did you add in your plus 2 to Dex?
I actually didn't.
Oh my god,
Oh,
he
shit.
takes half!
Shit.
He takes half!
Oh, is that gonna even save me? Probably.
In before it's still unconscious.
It's
27.
27. Yeah, 27 damage. So I'm still gonna be unconscious, but I'm not dead.
That's the important part.
So, as the blast goes, I would start to see him like fall, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming I'd hear this.
I'm
right?
going straight into that pool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would he just fall right
falling...
into the bath?
No, it's the chalice. That red orb is on top.
That red orb is not an orb. That's a pool.
That's the base.
Oh yeah, the pool's on the ground.
So,
the orbs that are surrounded are on top.
Thank God it's not flammable.
Seeing
Hopefully.
that, would I see that he's falling already, or no?
Would you see that he's fallen? Yeah, you would see that his body gets blown back to the wall, bounces off the wall, then lands face first into the puddle of this fluid.
All right. Seeing that happen, I'll run over to him and pull him out of the pool. Klaus, and I start try patting him on the face.
Klaus, how you looking? Super unconscious?
He responds with death gurgles.
I'd be gathering my bearings because an explosion just happened, and I get super quiet, just waiting for.
On a different
Pathos
planar realm, you're going to hear Jerrod just laughing really hard.
Okay, you're with your.
After
with your
the
frog friends
explosion, I'll start signaling to Deia like come here. Like I don't know if there would be yeah, there probably would be a bit deafened by the blast. So I mean, you would, I guess, see me kind of waving to you.
I'd be
down.
Blinking and rubbing my eyes and opening trying to get my hearing back because my ears were blown open. But I'd go towards where Klaus was laying.
Okay, you move over to where Klaus is laying.
I think he's knocked out.
Would this have been enough to wake me up? Because I would imagine I was just unconscious.
You can try. Go ahead and give me a perception.
Be right back.
Oh, yeah, because, those are awesome with me.
Yeah, plus you're unconscious, so you subtract 10.
Is this for him and me, or just him?
This is... You're gonna hear it. Are you kidding me? You're fucking 30 feet away.
That's what I'm just making sure.
You want to roll anyways? How do you see...
I don't hear this so hard. I'm imagining sounds.
How do you perceive less?
Here outside of me.
Oh God, he's going deaf.
How do you perceive less than nothing? I don't understand. It's not a concept that I understand.
What I find funny is that it's now 6 crit ones.
He you know what it is? He thinks he has that daredevil feeling where he thinks he can see the outlines of everything, but it's all completely wrong. No, he's seeing things that aren't over there. He's like, "Oh, Deia, you're over here to my left," and Deia's behind him.
He's past the fuck.
He's
out.
Done. That's
I hear nothing.
Out of fucking natural ones.
He's entered a coma.
Welcome back. So yeah, as I pull him out of the pool, I guess we need to move our characters for that.
I'd lay on.
We'd be back over this way, right, near the other door, or would he be where he's at right now?
I would assume that it's a bit closer to this right here. His face is kind of in the pool. His face and arms are in the pool.
Okay, so yeah, I'll pull him out. I'll do what I can. Put my hand to his neck. Do I still feel a pulse?
I'd put my hand onto his chest and use a lay on hands on him and try and make him feel a little bit less shitty.
Nice, 16. So I guess he would come back.
He's still gonna be unconscious, right? He's when you look at his person, right? After you pull him out of this purple fluid and it kind of runs off of his body, you see that a lot of the immediate exposed flesh is tanned. From the explosion itself, it looks like something rapidly removed some of the upper levels of dermis. So he's got this kind of this pink, almost natural tan color about him.
It's blistered.
Yeah, some of his hair has been frizzed and frayed, and when you kind of shake him too, and you wake him up, his eyes are kind of wobbling around. He's sustained a huge amount of damage to the back of his head. Probably have a bit of concussion.
Damn it, this place. Lady Day, I don't think going in with just us two is going to be the wisest of ideas.
We should just get Sunn to blow the doors open.
I don't want to blow a door. That's Jerrod.
Possibly, but we can't do that right now. Not with the party. Not with the party the way it is.
I know, just for future reference.
Agreed.
Can I get a plus on that perception when she's mentioning blowing doors?
Let's.
Yeah, you hear the sound of brass crossing your lips.
Let's get him back to Sunn. This is I think we're in a little over our heads right now.
At this point, Sunn would probably be running down the hall, hearing the explosion.
So yeah, we'll be dragging Klaus back then with that. You'll probably meet us at the same point. Quickly flag him down.
What happened?
The door was rigged with explosives.
Is everyone fine? He's gonna be trying.
No,
to
not entirely.
Where,
no, not entirely.
Where's Deia and where's the old man?
Over here. Follow me.
He's gonna continue to run down the hall.
And he'll show him Klaus.
Yeah, and you guys said you took him out of the liquid, right?
Yeah, he's not in there anymore.
Yeah.
We need to go back and fortify the room for now. I'll try to scout this hallway and the one up here and to see if we can find. We just need to rest right now. This is too much for us to go on.
Deia, grab his arm, and he's gonna. Well, actually, never mind. You're a stick. Sunn's gonna, with his newfound vigor from the liquid, he's gonna walk over and kind of fireman carry Klaus back over to Jerrod.
Oh, I'll help. I'm not gonna. If Deia's gonna help, I mean, she can do that. If you need me, then either one. So, I mean, if you ask Deia first, then I don't know. It's your
Quick,
call.
Deia, he needs a firm hand.
Whoever went unconscious, that would be Klaus. Klaus, you're gonna get an express heal from chat. Looks like people are taking some pity today, which is good.
I'll take all the pity I can get.
You're gonna need it, brother. This is gonna be rough. Take 22 health, regen. Courtesy from on high, golden light pours down over the top of your old balls, and you heal 22.
Directly to the nuts.
Like specifically over his testes?
I mean, they say that it's the quickest way to a man's heart.
Yeah, you are at least healthy enough. I think is that 2 heals or is that 3?
That was 2.
Well, there was one on me.
They healed Jerrod and then they healed me. So
okay,
yeah, that's 2.
all right, so that's 2. So there's one more left, guys. Remember, you guys can also heal a monster, but only once.
No.
Boy, oh boy, I wish they had regens.
Like, we don't have to call Klaus a monster. I don't think he's that bad.
When Sunn mentions needing a firm hand, I'd say, I'm a bit dazed at the moment. Ask Pathos, he's got firm hands.
Yeah, Pathos will get an arm from Klaus and he'll help carry
I want to be a shit starter.
Help,
and be
Sunn.
like, no, Pathos, don't worry, I got this. You help Deia. Just to make chat happy, but he'll accept Pathos' help in carrying the fragile old man back to the extremely pointy and sharp crystal.
Yeah, we'll move him back. I mean, considering what just happened, I'll start using some of this time to kind of clean up the debris around us from the crystal, so that way we have some spots to lay down, and I guess try to do our best to, I guess, set up some sort of base camp in here.
Okay. All right, that sounds just fine.
And Jerrod's going to continue to lay there, sweat, and suffer.
Yeah, if we're going to actually set up a like a full camp, he's probably going to lay them down rather than, sitting up against the giant metal crystal of doom.
I know that you guys want to put in some form of camp to defend yourselves and take a rest. I know you do.
Let's stack these chairs up against the hallways.
Because of meta-knowledge, and you know what happens when you rest. That being said, you haven't really done much to your spells. You still have, like, Klaus has all of his spell slots. Wild Magic doesn't affect his spell slots for the day, so we still got all those. Jerrod, spell lists. Pathos, natural abilities. Deia may have used a few, and Sunn, I think
I've used a few potions, but I still have at least like 9 more.
Well, you just said he was knocked unconscious. I mean, it's not meta knowledge. To me, it's that wouldn't be meta knowledge. Like, he can't function. We'd have to wait until he's.
Or you wake his ass up.
I don't think he's trying to say that he wants to rest and have everything reset. I think what he's trying to do is saying they need to sit a moment.
He's saying take a minute. Cure the dying while I scout ahead.
But like, when someone had jokingly said, "Let's stack some chairs up," like that, it's like you're setting up the room to relax in, and you are inside of a demon general's stronghold, where they sounded the alarm, just to kind of put you back into that moment. Assert your mentality here, what your character would actually be like. You are going to be on edge all the way through.
I'm taking a nap in the corner of the room.
That's what I asked when
circle.
When I tried to wake him, you said he was knocked out after the heal, so that's why I was saying, that's why I asked if it didn't work.
He's unconscious, right? He had that concussive blow, but that being said, you can still force him awake. There are lots of ways to wake people up, right? Like smelling, especially Sunn.
Like inside.
Sunn will have he's gonna have access to some kind of or form of smelling salt. He's gonna have some kind of reagent.
I literally have smelling salts on.
Then he's gonna be able to wake. He'll be able to wake Jerrod up and Klaus up like that.
All right, that's my bet then. If we can,
I just like meta go ahead and say, could you wake him up with like a 5-knuckle shuffle or something? Now smelling salts.
Those
things are hard.
Well, if we can roll it back a little bit, then at least to this part where
Deia, he needs a handmaiden.
So if that's the case, after I call Sunn over, I'll have Sunn take a look at him to see if he can wake him up. Looking at Sunn, he's just been healed, but he's still not conscious. Do you have anything that can help him?
Yeah, I do. He's gonna quickly look over his body to make sure that there's no large metal shards inserted in his sternum from an explosion. I'm assuming there's little to no shrapnel, right?
Likely, yeah, very little.
Okay, then not seeing that he's particularly bleeding from his exterior, he will reach into his surgeon's vest, pull out his smelling salts, and he's gonna waft them in front of Klaus's nose on the ground.
All right, so you're gonna spend the time waking people up.
Yeah.
Narratively speaking, you're gonna take the opportunity. Everyone's gonna be on edge, and you're gonna be waking some people up. So let me kind of stress something. I don't know how far you guys are gonna get tonight. You may get much further than I anticipated and into the fight with Nab the Tauren. Now, to explain here, I know before in the past that I've said that you need to be weary because this is going to be a hard fight. This fight makes all other fights look like a bitch.
Oh, that's good.
It's okay. We're just gonna shoot it from the back for a couple shots. Jerrod's gonna cut his own head off, turn into a shark, kill the rest of us, and then it's a TPK.
Can we save Scum before we open that door?
You cannot. Let me finish here. You cannot save Scum. There's no such thing. This is not a video game.
Save state.
This person, this monster, this creature, the Glaberizu itself, is highly intelligent, incredibly old, demonic presence that is designed to fuck your shit up. There is no such thing at this point as 1v1ing him like Horum did with the dragon. The dragon was of meager intelligence at best. He was considered the dumb son. This guy was a demon general.
So basically,
it's gonna be a challenge.
One step up on the rung ladder. Not much, but just...
All right. Well,
this is going to be like fighting Jerrod on steroids.
What I'm getting at is you need to be aware of your resources.
Yeah.
So you don't overextend. You also need to work around some strategy. Because normally you guys are great about running in and swinging your axe and your ball sack at it until it blows up. This is not the case with this fight.
We're gonna get 3 turns in. All right, guys, let's play. We gotta restart the raid.
After we wake up Klaus, I'll look over back to Sunn. Given the situation, we can't keep Jerrod by himself, and I don't think you staying here will be any good either. If we have to drag him through, then so be it.
I don't want to, but we're gonna have to, it seems. And he's gonna... I'm assuming at this point Klaus has woken up.
Yeah.
And he'd be coming to while I'm basically talking over him, wafting these smelling salts over his nose. And when he sees Klaus's eyes flutter back, he's gonna basically stand up and then walk over to Jerrod. Do the same. Try to see if he can at least wake him up from his deathly... well, I guess from his deathbed.
Knowing firsthand how smelling salts are, oh yeah, he wakes up. Just, what happened?
I'm gonna need you to not be alarmed, but you're not doing so well. More so than you were when you had the giant neck lacerations. But fully healed is not something that I would say.
So that explains why I feel so great.
He's gonna point down to your arms with the black veins.
That's new.
Hi, Cat. Turns out the potion we were given was, in fact, a quite high leveling, quite an intense poison from the Underdark, it seems.
What potion?
We had...
Why me?
You were dying, and we had 3 Archons claim that it was a elixir to restore the might of a hero.
I can't leave you people alone for 5 minutes.
If it makes you feel any better, the old man has been partially blown up, but he's over there now, and he's gonna point over to the, I'm assuming, disoriented floor Klaus.
Partially blown up? You're right. It does make me feel a little better. and he'll grab onto Sunn's shoulder and start trying to pull himself up. You know, kind of half using his sword as a crutch.
Sure. You begin to ascend. Your feet slowly but surely get beneath you as you bring yourself to a standing point. Once you kind of throw your back upward, you stand as stoically as you possibly can with your crutch of an enormous blade.
Yes, but it doesn't take long for me to realize I am severely screwed up. Things do not feel right. But no, taking some mental stock of myself and my own capabilities, I'm going to realize that I'm going to have to be a little careful moving forward. But yeah, at that point, I would go ahead and look to Pathos. So, what happened after I passed out?
Assuming that he's already in the room with us, he'll point to the door that's got char marks on it.
Okay.
This was set to explode. It went off, and while me and Deia were able to evade a majority of the damage, or large brunt of it, Klaus was not so fortunate, and he got knocked unconscious. That being said, we've now raised too much alarm in this place to have any time to rest, so that's why you've been roused from your slumber. We need to press forward.
Agreed. One moment. And it was the southern door, correct?
Correct.
I'd like to roll a dungeoneering check on any of the remaining chalk slash resin. What I'm specifically looking for is Jerrod's trying to see how old the resin is. If this is an old trap that's been there for ages and ages, or if this is something that's been placed there within the last couple of days fairly recently.
Sure, you can try.
All right. Come on, Nat 1. $17?
It's not recent. You can't quite get a solid date time from what you can find, but this overspray, it seems to at least be a decade old. At least.
Yeah, it's not tacky or anything in the least.
No.
But at that, nodding to himself, he'll turn around to Pathos, nod towards the door. We go this way. This door's been sealed for some time. We're not likely to run into anything immediately.
Good, but I would recommend that you stand back. You're in no condition to man the front, at least not yet.
Not going to argue that in the least. And at this point, he'll kind of stand aside and wave Pathos ahead. We'll follow behind you.
Very well. And Pathos will make his way inside.
Okay. Peering before you in this room, this actually comes to an immediate dead end. This room has some kind of odd condensation that is built up all the way around. It's sort of strange. All the way around the room itself, it's got this like almost liquid that has built up and stained the stone. It's very strange.
What is it, like a clear liquid or?
Whatever it was that was in this room that had combusted, it was some kind of gas that had built up.
Okay. So even going further in to the room, there's nothing special about the walls. Is there any like?
No, it's
unusual
a dead
indents
end.
or anything.
To be honest, it looks almost as if this was put here as a trap, but you had no way of immediately knowing.
Okay. I'll walk back out. Doesn't look like we have anything here. Anything, even with detect magic, there's nothing going on in there, right? Like there was nothing significant happening?
In this room? All of the glass orbs were shattered.
No. I'm talking about the room I was just in.
Nothing's
trap room.
Okay.
Nothing's happening.
Right.
When you step back into this pool room, all of the orbs have been shattered. The fluid still kind of continues to run down the basin of the marble statues themselves, but it seems to like this pool has debris of glass in it. It's a mess. It's obviously not in the state that it was previously.
Correct.
But it seems to mostly still be usable. You don't really know where the water's coming from, though, this purple fluid.
Yeah. I'll keep note of that, but I'll head towards the northern door then. And once again, start checking the
purple fluid. Would Jerrod kind of look at that and say, well, like in his inner Jerrod voice, that looks a lot like a basin full of potions.
God damn it.
Would his mind go there?
I don't think it's unreasonable.
Like, does it? It looks like potions.
It's definitely some kind of fluid that was supposed to have been drunk, that's for sure. Because there is a golden goblet that lies next to the pool.
You know, when nobody's looking, I'm going to fucking regret this. I know it. But yeah, when nobody's looking, he's just going to kind of like lean down, lift up the cup as if he's just inspecting it, kind of, and just take a real dip, real quick dip and gulp.
A real quick. So are you gonna take like a small bit from the bottom of the cup, or are you gonna do the entire goblet?
solid couple swallows.
Okay, so can I get a perception, please, from everyone else as you're kind of investigating the door and the marble statues?
32.
Should I go ahead and contest it with a sneak?
23.
No, you're not hiding it. You are addicted to potions.
So which it was.
Well, I'm not like trying to do it while they're watching me.
I mean, you're not.
This
going,
is my
like,
dirty addiction.
Sure, but you're also not like you're not going full Cookie Monster on this. Okay, you're like nom 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 nom. Right? You just pop down, grab the goblet, got a swig of it real quick, and you just started taking a few gulps. They're not going to have an opportunity to like punch you or take it away from you. You are going to be doing this as they see it. So everybody's going to be able to see this. He leans down on his falchion, grabs the goblet, gets a dollop of this into the goblet, and he starts knocking it back real quick. Does anybody say or do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna slap it out of his hands.
Sure, you can slap it out of his hands.
Straight up reach across.
I'm gonna treat this as like a disarm. Okay, so he's not wielding a weapon, but he's still avidly cupping the goblet. So go ahead and try to break his CMD.
Okay, gotcha. And then I add the 2. What I have? You said CMB versus CMD, correct?
Luckily I got a bunch of debuffs on me, so.
I might actually be able to touch you for once.
Pathos won't say anything, but the fact that he moved the cup, he's gonna kind of start looking around the room, making sure that like the ceiling isn't crashing down or like there's shit popping up from the floor. Like,
so for the narrative, Pathos, you know you're focusing on the door when you hear a "what the hell?" and then like the audible sound of a scuffle. When you turn back, Jerrod's just kind of like strong-arming Sunn like he's a child as he's drinking this goblet rapidly. So
yeah, that's where he goes wide-eyed. Like that's where like when he sees that happen, it's like he's kind of putting 2 and 2 together. Where he's like he sees the goblet.
He's just like, Jerrod, you fucking retard.
And like you'd be hearing Sunn saying, "No, put that down."
Yeah. So it's kind of like I wouldn't say scared cat, but like he's like on edge right now. Like he doesn't know if something's gonna happen.
Okay, so being on edge and Sunn still doing what he's doing, Deia, Klaus, any kind of response?
I'm still shaking off the explosion at this point.
Sure.
So I'm
Deia.
kind of gathering myself.
I'd still just kind of be. I wouldn't make any immediate action. I'd just kind of be appalled by the fact that he's stupid enough to drink whatever's in sight after he was just poisoned.
All right, so
well,
Jerrod,
to be fair, all healing potions are red in his world.
No, they're
and
green.
This is a shade of red.
All healing potions are green in Bub's
green.
world.
That's correct.
This is
He's
more than
colorblind.
Klaus,
You did not miss a beat there.
Klaus, heal 23. The last heal has been used. The only other heal that is available is a monster heal. Okay. Jerrod, give me a will save.
Oh, shit. $14?
That is not enough, sir.
Let's go ahead and use that inspiration real quick.
You can try.
Because, you know, me and my will
What's
saves.
gonna happen?
You know, bad things happen when I fail these.
Oh, trust me, I'm well aware.
That is not enough.
Yeah!
Would you like to utilize your reroll?
This won't go bad.
I think they already used the reroll, didn't they?
No, it's
Remember,
per person.
everyone gets it. You know what? I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
You go ahead and take a leap while I think this
decision.
one through.
You can either choose to reroll your d20 or reroll your inspiration.
So.
Oh no, I'm going to re-roll that d20 if I do anything.
Since we're doing this, I want to show you guys. This is what my cat has been doing to me lately. Hold on. Look at this shit.
Is that how you ended up with fucking cider in your keyboard?
Yeah. Look at this little shit. Look at him. He's walking on my desk!
Cat does not give a shit about your wants.
God damn it, Frank.
I'm well aware of this when I stay
Okay,
there.
so I'm going to go ahead and pose this to the guys. Should I do the reroll for this will save
Yes.
or not?
I mean, if you're going to reroll it, you should reroll your inspiration because you stand to gain a lot more from rerolling that than you do from rerolling your d20. You're already at 11, meaning that statistically you're going to roll lower than you would if you...
Yeah, you had a 45% chance to roll higher than that, and a 55%
Never
chance
tell
to roll
me
lower.
the odds.
Well,
Okay.
Now, look, potentially I could roll a nat 20, get an additional 9 on top of all
yeah,
of it.
but
It's
you know
not like
yourself.
my...
When do you roll nat 20s? When
When are you gonna
Generally
roll
in a-
better?
Generally in a pinch.
Sometimes, not for fucking
cutting
will
my head
saves.
off. Me, my head off.
Okay. I'm back.
Okay,
what was
so
the decision?
we're going to go ahead and use the reroll. We're going to use it on that D20.
Okay,
God damn
let's see
it.
what you got.
This is
What?
why you roll ones. You don't listen to anyone.
That didn't work out well.
Hey! I wonder who could have warned you about that.
It was a team decision, guys.
And you know what?
We
Just
really all,
because
we came to a consensus.
just because
on
I'm curious
that.
what would have happened.
Well, now you done soiled it.
That would have passed.
Yeah,
There you
that
go.
D6 would have passed.
Well,
Fuck.
Maybe listen to us next time.
All right, so failed the will save.
you failed the will save. That's true.
Went ahead and used my reroll, used my inspiration. What am I going to do to my party?
Sunn, you feel this hand that is placed upon your shoulder/chest area, as he was kind of holding you back before, right? Like you were borderline comparable in strength, or at least you felt comparable. You note that you are getting pushed back despite all of your efforts, despite trying to appeal to his better sense of self-preservation. Knowing that he's addicted to potions, you know more than anyone. Jerrod, you feel like the absolute pinnacle of man. Your strength will increase by 8. This is a temporary modifier.
All the same, yeah, it's just like both balls drop, just tonk, tonk.
Gross.
He
You
is
know-
Randy Savage incarnate.
You actually legitimately feel like an adult holding back a child, as Sunn is attempting to thwart your efforts at drinking the potion. Not only do you feel strong, but you feel like your allies are holding you back. When you look upon them, you realize all of their weaknesses have hindered you from succeeding so far. You know, if they hadn't tried forcing this potion down you, you wouldn't have got so chemically ill. You know, if they had just let you do what you wanted to do, not only would they have survived any other attempt so far, but you would have surely beaten everything that has come into your forays. You kind of feel betrayed.
Which would make sense. After all, I am the rightful leader of this party.
Mm-hmm. And there's been
Yeah,
one
the
person
last
that's been
one
foiling
who-
that.
Yeah, the last one who has been, leading the pack so far is now an old, in the body of a frail old man. And even then, he started off as just a young boy, hardly even of an age enough to go ahead and lead real men. And then we have a knife-eared drow, some dark elf trying to go ahead and act like he has some sort of control here. Sunn, that bastard, he poisoned me. What kind of doctor poisons the patient? Didn't even think about going ahead and checking I'm going to see whatever it was he managed to shove down my throat. Yeah, I have a reason to go ahead and be a little betrayed.
Mutiny.
And
I
Deia.
fucking dare you.
Deia got some nice tits. Yeah, I'll give her that. but no, she's a man hater. She's a man hater. I've rescued her. I've saved her life. So yeah, Jerrod's that's the kind of mentality that's going through his mind. So at this point, he's just kind of weaving his head back and forth, kind of in that inner monologue, and he's just going to turn around and start moving towards the northern door.
You have Mario syndrome with Deia. Deia's in another castle.
Fuck you! I love Bowser now. I'm on the demon side.
You can go ahead and ride that Wario dick for all I care. But yeah, he's just going to move right on past Pathos and kick the door open.
That can't go bad.